Dovson and welcome to the I Ching Cafe and our monthly overview for April 2021. I'm so conscious as we go through the weekly episodes and the monthly episodes, the flow of time. It's been really amazing over the last almost 2 years on this channel of how I'm so tuned into how important our time is, our investment of time in our weeklies and our monthlies, because I'm so consciously clocking them up. I'm timing my life around our Sunday episodes going live and the monthlies and other things going on. And I really have become so consciously aware of how important our time is and what we do with our time. So we are already at April. It's a frightening idea, but there we go. Easter celebrations. And of course, wishing you the blessings of Easter, if that's what you celebrate. A very important time in the year for many, many people. Right, so let us have a look back before we look forward and just kind of get our minds back into the monthly overview for March. We had Hexagram 1, the creative, which spoke about the dragon soaring through the sky, the surge of creative energy, the new beginning, the new cycle. We had the dragon rising over the horizon, and we had Hexagram 9, the small tames, all the small little things coming one after the other, all the cattle that need to be looked after, and all the plants that need tending, and all the little things that call to us, that got us focused. And of course, focusing on each small little one was the trick, was the learning from last month. So please do share your comments to this episode or on the socials on how you experienced last month's overview. I had a eureka where I did something and I made something, and I was so astonished that I had made this thing, this creative thing. And I was like, wow, the dragon really is here. So I've experienced that and worked with that. And then what does that mean and how does that impact me? You would remember from the last episode for March, I spoke about this heart-mind thing of letting the I Ching hexagrams come in and roll around a bit and see what comes out. And this process around this creative moment just really got my mind going. I thought, oh, I can do this more. This is actually something I can do. So from a creative process, very interesting flow of change for us last month. So what on earth is the I Ching asking us to pay attention to for April 2021? It's a locked hexagram, and that means it's quite static, it's quite fixed. I really like having changing lines because they give us structure to the month, they break the time up, they give us things to focus on, very specific pops of change. So I feel a little bit short-changed when we don't have any changing lines, although there are many changing lines in the I Ching you really don't want to get. So locked hexagram means for this month there is one flow of change. There's not a deeper story and a flow, an event. We are really being focused on one flow of change, one thing that we need to pay attention to. And it's hexagram 29, the Abysmal. Let's unpack what that means before everybody gets hysterical. No, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we have in this hexagram what's called a doubling of water. So the upper trigram is the water trigram and the bottom trigram is the water trigram. It's a doubling of water. What does abysmal mean? Now there's a number of different facets to this. It's quite a complex thing. On the one hand, this abysmal, this doubling of water, refers to the doubling and the intensifying of danger, of risk, of being in this ravine and this water is barreling down from upstream and is coming to wash us out to sea, okay? The arrival of danger. But what it's also talking about is the arrival of flow, the arrival of a huge influx of water, of energy that calls us to behave in a particular way. Right, so what is contraindicated this whole month is clinging to the way things were. Okay, because this hexagram says what's coming down the ravine is this huge inflow of water, the power of a flow of water. And what we could be tempted to do is to reach out to the old, the things that used to work. So we could be risk averse. We could cling to the rocks of the ravine, okay, and hold on for dear life and wait it out. But let me tell you, the water is going to take us out to sea, no matter how hard we cling onto the rocks. And all that's going to happen is that we're going to get shredded. So, what we do, the way we deal with the doubling of danger, the doubling of flow, is we do what water does. We let the water inspire us with how to deal with the month. And what water does, it leaves no little hole or area unchecked. It doesn't judge. I'm not going into that cavern because I don't like it, or I don't know what's in that cavern. It just goes. I mean, there's a reason why we say go with the flow. So we have to learn to be like water. We have to flow over and through and with things. And what that means is that when that sound of the water comes along, we need to get ready. And when the water comes, what do? We let go of the cliff. I can imagine you might be a little stressed about that. Okay, so it's about letting go, embracing the fear, taking cognizance of the risks. This is not about being reckless. Very different idea. This is about being cognizant of the risks, mitigating the risks, controlling what you can control, and letting go. Okay, so we are all being called to take a plunge of some kind this month. Maybe if you are single and you've been wanting to get into a relationship and there's one that is kind of developing, you might have to say, well, are we a thing now? Are we going to give this a go? That is taking a massive plunge. That's throwing yourself into the water and letting the water taking where you need to go. Perhaps you're in an environment where there's a sudden surge of opportunity, and the way that you seize the day is to let the water take you. You go with the flow. You let the moment carry you, as opposed to trying to cling on to the way things were, or trying to cling on to fear-based approaches. So we are all going to be challenged this month to feel the fear and do it anyway. You've heard me say that every time I mention this hexagram, because that is a wonderful concept we all get. We are going to face something where we need courage. We need to appreciate the danger, the risks, what it's asking of us, the moment, what the moment is asking, and to let go and to go with the flow. Throw ourselves into the water and let the water and our behavior with the water carry us forward. Now, in the I Ching text, it speaks about the way water does what it does is because it's just water. It behaves as its nature. It is true to its essential nature. And so for this month, the way that we deal with water and this flow is that we stay true to our principles and who we really are. We don't try and be something we're not, because you can imagine the difficulty of trying to swim and keep your head above water as you're being carried down this river, and then trying to be somebody that you're not, or trying to be out of your principle, out of your truth, or out of who you are as a person. That is the rock that is moving with you. It's the rock that's inside that you can cling to at this time. So, a very interesting month, April 2021. I can't wait to hear your stories as we go through this process. I'm a little nervous myself, but I'm going to commit to letting go and going with the flow and plunging in, okay? Not being reckless, plunging into the moment, because the moment is here. Please, if you're new to this channel, it'd be great if you would hit the subscribe. You'll get the episode straight into your YouTube or your podcast app every Sunday, and other episodes as they land. And we're great to have a conversation with you on how we can use this ancient tool, bring it into the moment, into the now, apply it in our very interesting, chaotic, challenging, kind of grisly world we're working through, and make sense of it. But more importantly, let it help us to grow and to give and to serve and to find joy and happiness, because isn't that why we are here? Right. Thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you soon in our next weekly episode.